Hey everyone, it's Brandon from BIT. Today we're going to talk about oracleizing contracts. So if you've ever developed using a blockchain, it doesn't take long to notice that it's a sandbox, meaning you can't make API calls, you can only use the data within the blockchain. So if you want to make any interesting application, it becomes really difficult because you can't do this. In order to make API calls in your smart contract, you're going to need an Oracle service, which is essentially a middleman to make the API call for you and return that data to your smart contract. So we're going to use a service called Oraclize.it. You can find the documentation right here. And it's the most popular used Oracle service in the Ethereum space. So what we want to do with our smart contract is we want to know the price of Ethereum in terms of US dollars. So the first thing we must do is copy and paste the Oraclize API. You can find that in their GitHub page right here, Oraclize/Ethereum API. And you're going to want to copy and paste this entire file into your Truffle project as a contract. So there's another contract in here called Oraclize. Right here, you can find on line 286. And our ETH price contract is going to inherit from this one. So we are going to have access to all of these methods. Some important things to point out is this callback function. We'll need to know about that. And the main function we're going to be implementing is Oraclize query. So let's get into this. To inherit, we want to say is using Oraclize, and we want to keep track of the ETH USD price. Let's make it public. So we'll need a callback function, and this is the function that will be called by the Oracle service. It takes two parameters, the first one being a Oracle ID, and the second being a result. Okay, I got that right. I'm just going to copy and paste this logic. So this first line right here makes sure that the person calling the callback function is the Oracle service that we chose to use. That prevents any malicious actors from calling our callback function. And this making sure that the right piece of information is actually the result. So imagine maybe we had also the price of gold. We would want to make sure that the information being passed is indeed the Ethereum USD conversion. So we'll need to remember this Oraclize ID, call it ETH. Okay, the second function we'll need is a function for users to call to actually update the price within the smart contract. And it must be payable, which means the Oracle service costs a fee, so that fee must be paid in order for the update to happen. So make sure when you call update price, you're giving it some Ethereum. So I'm just going to copy this and I'll explain it. So this is the function we're calling using the Oracle. And what it's saying is telling the Oracle service to go to this URL and grab the JSON file from this URL, and it's going to take the result from this JSON and get us that. So if we just bring this to our address bar, so this is the object being returned. This is the price we're after. You can find the documentation on the different data sources here. You can grab a URL, you can query Wolfram Alpha, look for something on IPFS, bunch of different things. So, and then this tells you how to parse the different objects. So we're going to keep it simple for now and just grab the Ethereum price. So this contract's good to go. We need to create a migration. So we're going to be deploying on the Truffle network. Here are my settings, using Infura for my Ethereum node to broadcast it. Here's an account with some fake ETH. And so we're ready for migration. So you do a truffle migrate -- I'm going to do a reset. Network Robston. Most likely spelled that wrong. Oh, I didn't import the file. That's important. So import, it's in our directory, and it's called Oracle. So just for demonstrations, the ID is not necessary. So let's just get past this part, and I'll explain in the text what was going wrong. Oh, it's going to fail. Okay, cool. So the contracts are migrating, and so our contract was successfully deployed to the Robston network. Let's check on it through Etherscan. Cool, so our contract was created, and now we are able to interact with it. We're going to use mycrypto.com to interact with our contract. We want to connect to the Robston network. So put in the ABI again, grab your contract address, access. So I'm going to the contract address. We should notice two calls for this contract. The first being the update price call that we made, and the second, minutes later, will be the callback function, which the Oracle service has called for us. So there's the first function, and if everything's working correctly, we should see the callback function in a couple minutes. Oh, here it is. So this is the callback function that is actually setting the price of our Ether in our contract. Let's go. So this was our original call, and we called update price. And now we are waiting for this. Cool. So looks like it went through, and the actual cost was 0.001 ETH. Let's now find out if it worked. So we're going to get this and read 471. Let's verify that. Just check my. So I mean that's the price on Kraken, but yeah, cool. So we successfully made an API call using an Oracle service with a smart contract.